My name's not just Apollo, it's Apollo 11. So my name's Apollo 11 Perolini. So that's my full name, and I was born in July 1969, the day in which the Apollo mission to the moon was preparing to launch. So Dad felt it was appropriate to give me the name Apollo. Growing up in New Zealand, especially for us Samoans who are South Pacific Islanders, to move to New Zealand was always for a better life. In our culture, there was no going to universities. It was more like you graduated from your high school and then you had to go to work. I'm a product of that. I didn't get the chance to go to university, but you know, everything is life taught. You learn a lot of life lessons just through your journey in life. And I went from Auckland, New Zealand to the northwest of England in pursuit of a professional rugby career, in which I played professional rugby and then retired at the age of 32 and went into coaching, professional coaching, and that journey took me to a lot of success in the sport of rugby. I think when you're going to the UK and living in the UK, you come from your Pacific Island background. Culture is very different. In the English culture compared to our culture is very family orientated. We're always together as a family. We eat together and we pray together. And hospitality in our culture is so important. You know, the English culture that you can't just turn up. You've got to give them at least 24 hours of notice. But then when you come to Dubai, it's very different again because of the diversity of cultures here. So this side of the world, culture is similar to ours. It was a lot easier to settle in a place like Dubai. You know, I've got Arab friends, I've got Indian friends, I've got Asian friends, all sorts of friends here. But they're all very close. We're all very close in cultures, and so that makes a big difference. My friendship groups are so diverse. It's so good. You know, I know that I can travel anywhere around the world, and I know that I can be accepted into their homes. People often ask me that it's not until they go through searching through the internet they find out that Apollo's not just a rugby player. He's also known as the Terminator. The story of the Terminator is that we were staying in Wales. We were playing Wales for the first time in its history, Rugby World Cup in 1991. On that day, we beat the Welsh. The small island of Samoa beat the Welsh, and that day also I put 3 guys in hospital by accident, obviously. I put a guy in hospital with dislocated collarbone, bruised ribs, fractured his wrist. The press then got hold of all this and just made a big feature of it on during the World Cup, and saying that the Welsh team were terminated by the Polo rocket. Off the field, you know, my wife always says I'm the termite, you know, so I'm not a Terminator. I'm just, you know, softly spoken and quiet, and a family man. But on the field, I just there to do my job. But also I've got my own business, which is a rugby academy, which I've run for the last 11 years. My business is to educate kids, but also mentor them into having those better life skills. I always say, you know, they make better people. You know, people often ask me, you know, if you had all the money in the world, would you still coach? And I said, absolutely, because I love it and I enjoy it. But I guess when you're passionate about something, you're always going to pursue it, and you're always going to carry on regardless. There's a foundation that we support in Calcutta, and they use rugby as an avenue of bringing kids together. My dream, but I think it's a duty, because I've been in rugby all my life, that I feel it's a duty for me to use that same vehicle for good, for people.